Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Real Housewives of Potomac season. Where we at? Season 10, episode 14, High and Dry. Chad, this episode, it was interesting, right? It was very interesting. Angel, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Okay, we pick up where we left off with them sitting around asking her about this eviction. Okay, remember Giselle and Ashley were trying to say they had some more information, they had some more tea on this whole eviction situation, but they wouldn't say what it was because they were like, it's not mine to tell. And so when Angel said, I will shut all this down, you better tell me what's going on. Y'all ain't gonna be crossing the threshold into my house on some bull, okay? And so then Wendy speaks up and, I heard that you went to a realtor, this realtor. I said, where is this extra syllable? This realtor that you wanted the house to look like $14,000, but you only wanted to pay $1,000. I said, when we at 3 before, now we're at 1. That's what makes me feel like Wendy is giving you straight up lying. And I don't even want to believe that because I love me some Wendy, y'all. I love me some Wendy. So I really don't want for her to be out here going outside. But this situation, you trying to click up with the mean girls just because you're in the cool clique, you're in the cool kid clique now. Okay, Big Sister Jizzy finally start acknowledging you as a sister and a soror, and now you just, damn, with the past, all of the things that has happened to you, now you just finna ride Giselle and whatever her motive is, you just gonna hammer down because it was really no reason to say this. Even if it's true, which it sounds dumb. I live in Memphis where the cost of living drastically lower than where they at. And here, you ain't finding much for $1,000. So you dang sure ain't finding nothing for a family of 4 out there for $1,000. So it just truly sounds made up, Wendy. It really, really does. You're clicking down. It's super lame. I want better for you. But I guess this is the beginning of the demise because, baby, at the reunion, they're going to be asking you about this arrest. You got court dates coming up. Oh, my God, y'all. Prayers for Wendy. Prayers for Wendy. I still don't want her to go to jail. That's still prayers for Wendy. Angel hops up. Ha, ha, ha. My riches paid $14,000 to rent that house. I'm like, me and Wendy like, remember how Dr. Simone dog was in the kitchen like, that's me. The dog said, that's me watching Angel. Ha ha ha, my rich ass. I was just like, the secondhand embarrassment is on a thou wow. I was just, man. So after that, she just says, listen, it's a lie. Let's go have this mindful moment. Bianca from Wonderland over here, she's gonna lead y'all in some mindful moment, okay? They do their mindful moment. They sitting on the yoga mats. Angel's sitting up on the other. She's sitting up on to the side like she overseeing them. You can clearly see that it's not much space out there. So it doesn't, I wouldn't have been tripping off of her not sitting on the ground because it just wasn't a whole lot of space out there. They all 10 women sitting down doing this. Like, girl, calm down. But they were upset that Angel wasn't on the ground with them. I was like, now y'all just picking stuff to just stay mad at this point, though. Kay starts crying again. Kay starts crying again, y'all, and it's cracking me up. And I'm like, girl, that's them demons being released. These mindful moments and this peace and calm is shaking the demons up out of you. It's shaking the demons. You ain't yelled at nobody in 24 hours, whole episode, and you ain't yelled at something. Girl, that's them demons being released. Colorado air just flushed out. Might as well been Florida water, okay? Okay. So they go around in a circle and they all have their intentions. Angel says that she wants to get to know the ladies better, which is like, it sounds nuts at this point. When I watched her interview, because I saw little clips on Twitter, and so I watched a little, what was it, page 6 or reality, whatever it is, a little interview that's been going around. She says that she has made genuine efforts. She listed out examples that we have not seen on the show that do sound like they could be a bit genuine, but it's like, this trip abolishes anything that you've done previously, because you really just was like, girl, I'm just trying to show my business. Y'all can take y'all over there though, okay? Everybody else has good intentions that they want to say. Get closer to the ladies, have a good time. Giselle says, my intentions is to have a room with a bathroom. So they like, listen, Angel, you need to go ahead and take Kay home because she needs to lay down. She over there about to start crying again. I don't know if she's like an emotional drunk or what. Like I said, I really feel like this Colorado air is just cleansing demons out this girl. Because they talked about the little medicine they took in the car, but like 3 or 4 of them took the medicine and nobody else is having this reaction. The other ladies are drinking, nobody else is having this reaction. We know that Giselle's demons aren't going anyway. It is a part of her fiber, of her being. So this Colorado air, girl, please. She's Teflon to it. But Kay, she's only demon light. So them demons is being shook up out of her right now. And I hope it stays. Please, please. We don't want to hear my life, my things, my man, my condo, my picture frame. You know, we don't want to hear that. We don't need no more of that. Leave her in the past. Let this good, cleansed Kiana stay around. Okay? So at this point, they like, okay, we finna go. Me, Kay, and Tia. Oh, y'all going with her? Y'all staying with her? Yeah. So why can't you take Giselle with you? I said, baby. She said, I'm trying to kiss up to Giselle, but not that hard, baby. Not that hard. She ain't coming in my house with her messy self, okay? How many bedrooms you got? She said, I got 7 bedrooms, but you know, most of them are filled. We have our room. Well, she was like, the extra guest room is the man cave. He has his man cave, and then the 2 bedrooms they stand in. Because she got 2 kids. It's like, y'all doing the most thinking that she was supposed to let y'all stay at her house. Listen, she was not supposed to let y'all stay at her house. So Monique was getting on my nerve. Monique was getting on my nerve because she was doing a lot of like pestering and like antagonizing of the situations lately. And I'm just like, girl, this is your comeback? I guess. It's some people loving it, but I guess. I've always been indifferent to Monique. I've always been indifferent, right? So they asking Giselle. Giselle planning on going to a hotel, okay? She is not planning on staying there. Angel, we talked about that. Call the agent. Angel, why won't you call the agent just to you know, prove that she didn't say this? If you're saying Wendy is lying. No, they're telling Wendy this. Wendy's like, that's not my business to do. Monique is like, well, I would have done it and this, that, and the third. And Stacey starts saying something. And then they're like, well, Stacey, you didn't call TJ when we said call TJ. Well, that was personal. This is business. Okay. Back in the car where Kay, Angel, and Tia are headed to Angel's house. It's just so stupid, y'all. I'm telling you, like, this whole $1,000 stuff is just the most asinine Housewives argument ever. It's like, oh my God. Oh my gosh, $1,000. Okay. She said it's based off of jealousy. They're jealous. I was like, girl, probably so. These girls wish they had a man and money that they ain't really got to work for. This next part, though, she said they're ungrateful because that's $1 million house that they stand in. I said, ungrateful? Calm down, baby. That house is subpar than a mug. They look like something I rent. That house look like something I rent when I go on a girl's trip. You're wealthy. You're very, very rich. That house, And I don't want to hear that. It was high season. Baby, stop it. They looked up some Airbnbs on the way there. On the way to your house that was available closer. That once you saw was available, you should have changed it from this hour away. No excuses. No excuses. How much they ungrateful. That's a million. With the water not working? Girl, smell like sewer? Girl, we ain't even there yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. So now they talking in the car talking about his snakes and mountain lions. Are we in danger? Are we in danger? Please don't make Kay start crying again, okay? Wendy's over there like, dang, the best part of a girl's trip is, you know, staying up late and talking and such. I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, I agree. And it was just really terrible to have them separated an hour apart. And she said the dumbest thing ever on, I think it was the after show or one of these interviews or something. She said that she had them stay that far because they were closer to the activities and things that they would be doing. I said, but if you still way over there, it's still travel that's got to come from way over there. So it was better to just beef with them outside. Why you had to bring that in the club? Okay? Crazy stuff. And Angel, Tia, and Kay get to the house. It's raining. It's raining, y'all. Bobby comes out with a jacket. A jacket over Angel. And they walk on in. And he shuts the door. I said, I really hope that was editing. And he didn't shut the door while them women were still outside. It's one thing to not go get them. It's a whole other thing to shut the door while they still coming in. I really hope that was editing, okay? And then I was just like, ugh, y'all need to take a page from Sharice and Jackson. Where are the umbrellas? So you should have came outside with 2 umbrellas, like, here y'all go. Come on, babe. What is this? Y'all ain't got no umbrellas. They came out with a jacket. What is happening? It's just, okay. I'm not even going to go off on that tangent, but the non-gentlemanness in this scene, in this episode, it just disgusted me. It truly disgusted me. Oh my goodness. They're like, how are we going to drink all this liquor? It's all this fruit that's going to clean us out. We ain't got no water to use the bathroom, y'all. How's we finna shit and wash our hands, y'all? All this stuff that's going to make us go. And we ain't got nowhere to go. Wendy said, oh my gosh, y'all, this is like top 1 worst trips. Wendy, not you. Did you not get assaulted? Did you not get assaulted by me? Did she not upside your head with a purse and threw water on you and you're just like, it's the way they're ready. Or whatever about the hair. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was that the same trip but they admitted that they was in there touching on each other cats? I think it was the same trip. So I might have just talked myself into realizing why that might not have been a bad trip overall for her. Because she probably got some head from Ashley. Ashley freaky. She probably... Who was it? She said it was like 4 or 5 of them like, oh, let me see your kitty. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, let me see your kitty. Oh, that's so pretty. And I was drunk enough to touch it, but y'all wasn't going to play with it. I see why the Miami trip might not be the worst. So maybe this is the worst trip that she's had with these girls. Or maybe it is. Because I think that was that picture where they was, you know, hey, all right. All right, dinner is at Angel's house, y'all. The excommunicated has to take that hour-plus trek on over to the crib. They said, like I said, they was like, well, let me look up, y'all, let's look up some Airbnbs. Let's look on air, just for some gigs. Just for some gigs. Ain't no such thing as I would have booked it. You should have booked it. But they look it up and they're like, 9 bedrooms, sleeps 20. Ooh, this, that, and the third. I said, Angel. So much potential to be that girl and just threw it all away. And then this was an opportunity to showcase and promote your business. Now, when we got to the house, it was lovely. It was great. But the planning of this trip was not, okay? So they found, like I said, they all found some Airbnbs looking through there. Monique breaks the 4th wall, which I don't know how I feel about it. Do I like it or was I annoyed by it? Oh no, it just made me laugh. I was like, did she just say? production. Did she just say the crew? What, huh? She said she's hosted 2 trips and the network covers certain things. The host has to be on it every step of the way, communicating with production, like making sure y'all can have cameras there. I know this is just me talking. I know they have to make sure that they can film in these places, especially the Airbnbs, because some of them be like, ain't no parties, ain't no nothing, ain't no filming. If I see this on YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, it's going to be a problem. So I'm sure there's lots of coordinating that has to happen. So the fact that she really did that, you could have gotten them better and closer accommodations. She should have had them something that was on the level of what she flexing in. Because that was just, like I said, they look like something I would rent and be out with my friends in a very regular salary. Okay? Craziness. Well, no, I would want something a little nicer. It just looked real regular. At this age, I would want some. Maybe I would have rented it when I was in my 20s doing cabin trips. But at this age, I would like something a little nicer than where she put them up at. So, yeah, that's crazy, y'all. Just crazy. Monique is back to being like, I see right through her facade of being a strong woman, has to take care of everything. And you know, Monique, just say you triggered. I'm triggered. Okay, just say you triggered, my girl, because you're putting a lot on it when you really don't know these folks like that. Now, I'm not saying that you are wrong, but you're just doing a lot when you don't really know these people like that. So that's the annoying part of that. She is, when they get to the house, she over there. Wait, where am I at? No, we're not there yet. We just talking about Bobby. Jesse in the confessional, like, girl, too far, wrong road. Jazzy didn't like it. I said, ooh, they might have some beef next year when they see these confessionals back and forth. They pull up and the house is lovely. Giselle said, oh, okay. You can tell Giselle had to, I mean, it's nice or whatever. She had the violinists and everything. Ashley gives her some crystals. Here, I brought you some crystals, babe. She's like, oh, I feel bad for not bringing you in the house. Look at you being nice or whatever. And you didn't even know I collected crystals. Ashley said, well, I had a feeling. And then they flash back to all of the woo-woo events that she's had and just her whole demeanor. Like, girl, we come into your house, there's crystals everywhere. Of course we know you collect crystals. Goofy. This is what I'm talking about, just goofy. So she's got a specialty mezcal drink because that's Giselle's favorite. So there's the bartender over there. Giselle, I know you left the mezcal. It's got a specialty mezcal going on for you. Stacey gonna say, oh, she's more excited about Giselle than her own husband. She's got an a little crown on the rocks with some tea. She's got an oxygen bar downstairs with some flavored oxygen because remember they're in Colorado. And the air is thin up there. They be getting lightheaded. You get drunk or quicker. Kiana be crying. So here's this oxygen, you know. It's given hospital, but maybe it tastes good. Everybody looks nice. And the only thing I can think of when I see that the table is out here in the field, wasn't it just raining? Wasn't it just raining? So it's wet and cold? I'm surprised them ladies even walk their lubus through wet grass like that. I am shocked because it was just raining. So I'm like, I know it's cold outside. And these girls ain't dressed for an outside type of dealings. Okay, they look like they finna go into a nice, you know, climate controlled environment. They got arms out. Some of them got little halts. Like, okay, y'all. So they see Bobby. Wendy speaks to Bobby. He says something, make a little joke or whatever. Monique sees Bobby. She's like, oh, yeah, you might know, you know, I'm Christina's old wife. Yeah, we talk to you on the phone all the time. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I forgot about that. That's why you're doing all this projecting. Monique might know something that we don't know. Chris may have been rolling over pillow talking about how he was this type of way with his situation, and that's when you noticed in him. Who knows? But either way it goes, you still doing too much yapping to just admit her in this, well, him in this capacity, just meeting her for the first time. It's still too much of all of that to be. You could just say, "Ooh, child, that kind of triggered me a little bit." I ain't saying that's that situation. I ain't saying that's that situation, but it's just giving me flashbacks of my ex. Done with it, okay? That is literally, that's it. Well, I think that she's doing this because I used to make it about you because that's all you know about in this situation, for sure. Okay? Okay. So he's like, yeah, since high school we've been mentoring me and this, that, and the third. And she's like, yeah. All this grinning in his face when you talking crazy about him, accusing him of being a terrible husband behind his back. Just crazy. This next part, Angel introduces the ladies to these guys. Bobby and the guys are sitting around in the chairs. I guess they were by the fire pit, you know. And it was just the weirdest thing. Those guys were just paying them dust, okay? It was so weird. One guy just starts puffing his cigar even harder when he introduced. They didn't speak well. The guy that's married, and that cracked me up. They were like, yeah, he's a bit, he handles big money accounts. I'm talking bees. He's big money too. He's big money. Oh yeah, and that's such and such Nina's husband. He like, hey. Everybody else is like, I said, what the non-gentleman is going on? I'm used to environments when like I'm being introduced to somebody, especially a man, they stand and they shake your hand. At the very least, you give me a nice to meet you. What's up? Give me a what's up. At the very least. At the very least, the niggas was staring through them as if they were not even present. It was just the most uncomfortable thing ever, okay? Only one that way was Nina's husband. They were like, who's Nina? I said, who's Nina? Oh, and that's Nina's husband. I would have been offended. Did he not have an intro? Does Nina's husband work? Oh, and that's Nina's husband. He handles big money accounts. He's one of our bestest clients. Oh, that's just Nina's husband. Nina's husband, she don't like you like that. She think you a punk. Nina's husband, I think y'all got beef. You need to check on that. Man, I was disgusted at this thing. They just stared right through them ladies. So as I assumed, it is cold outside. They walk out into this field of this freshly rained on grass and this freshly rained climate and this. Child, I need to buy me a hard drive this year, and I need to start assembling and printing out my photo books because, yeah, that was one of those. No storage. Delete some issues, then continue. So, yes, y'all. Got them walking onto this freshly rained on grass, 2 miles out through the backyard because she's got acres and she's got to show you that she's got acres. And it is cold outside. Ain't a heat lamp in sight. I said, baby, it was just literally no consideration for the practicality. Like, it's cold. Yeah, my bedroom's right there. My closet's right there. Yeah, we're at your house, girl. So if you guys need anything, we could just grab something down from my closet. Jesse said, bring out all your minks. Bring out all your minks. And I'm like, girl, why don't you have them sitting outside in the cold like this? Wealthy as you want to be with this big old nice house and ain't no heat lamps. You got them in the backyard after the fresh rain with no heat lamps. Y'all, I was just, have some respect. What you say to Wendy about that have again, up again. Yes, the phone with no storage. Child. What a mess. Where was I? I know I wasn't still on these heat lamps, was it? Probably. Monique is like, I like this. Angel, the food looks delicious. We see it's all cedarwood salmon on the grill and stuff. Looks great. Monique is like, I like this Angel. I like this Angel. Giselle's like, I like this Angel too, because that one from earlier was whack. Angel's just like, listen, I'm sorry y'all feel that way. Let's start on over. Y'all got my number. Hit me up if y'all need me, because I'm going to be here and y'all going to be over there, okay? Now, Giselle is like, girl, this is so far from us. This is so far from us. She's hesitant that, well, this is high season, so, girl, they tell her that the water is not working and basically that the house is whack. She said that she gonna call somebody over there. She said, because, everybody deserves water, even Giselle and Ashley. She claims that she sent somebody on over there to check on the water at the house in that moment. Like, she just went on, go fetch the water. In one of the interviews or Watch What Happens Live, something, she said that the place that it was at is not all the time occupied. So the water, they had to go fetch well water sometimes. I said, girl, only time I fetched well water was when I was in a third world country. If I am vacationing, you better not have me in no place where I might have to fetch some well. Girl, I was taken aback. I said, Angel, this is why you should have made sure that they were closer, because even if there was an issue with an Airbnb that was closer to you, you could have sent some of them girls to your house. Go ahead, get ready over here. You got plenty of bathrooms. 2 of y'all stay right there and run a train on that one bathroom that's working. If it's working, the rest of y'all come on over here. Everybody pick a bathroom and go for it. Make sure Bobby stays downstairs. Like, girl, what? Everybody go into your room and get dressed over there at the... Girl, I was just like, what? There's just no excuses. None. Now at the dinner, we just have to rehash the whole Stacey and Tia mess. Stacey is like, I had no problem with you, Tia. I introduced you to my family. And then you flipped. Okay, I'm like, that's not quite how it happened. You actually lied. And when Tia caught you in your lie, you accused her of trying to get between you and Wendy. I don't understand why nobody remembers this. Like, yeah, Tia gets flustered currently and she doesn't quite know how to recall these details. But there were things that happened that gave proof and validity to Tia feeling a way about Stacey. Not with all this other stuff she bringing up, but as far as the whole Timu gonna be out of town, he gonna be leaving tomorrow, so we can't do the triple date with y'all, and then y'all call him, oh, Timo just got back. What? He just got back? I thought he was supposed to be leaving today, girl. What you talking about? Well, that's not what you told me. Why are you trying to come between me and Wendy? I can't believe y'all not remembering this. Y'all Fave is a liar. I can get a good kiki out of Stacey every now and again. Don't get me wrong. First season she was on, I was just like, ugh. But now that she's here and the people love her, it's like, okay, I can get a giggle out of her antics, but she be lying. So y'all trying to make people the villain that call her out for her lies is crazy to me. It's nuts. But then Tia just... she goes left with it to a field that don't have nothing to do with her. She's like, and Monique, Stacey claimed that she didn't know Chris, but she lied. We see the flashback scene where she says she does know him, but only socially. She ain't dating that man. And I'm like, Tia, ugh, you misremembering, girl. You misremembering. For you to be bringing up some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you and not even being accurate, it's like, girl, it's getting goofy. So... she just need to calm herself down. Tia is just, Monique, you'll see for yourself. You'll see for yourself. Monique is like, listen, Stacey vehemently denied any involvement in the whole Chris situation, but somebody reached out to him and told him something, because I was served, not necessarily served with the cease and desist, but she got a letter. Well, maybe it was a cease and desist, I guess, because it was defamation accusations, and he is now wanting to modify the custody agreement. What they got to do about her telling how you used to beat her? I was just floored at that. But I'm like, girl, I thought it was very strange of her to just randomly volunteer that information at the table like that. Like, they asked her one question and she went deep into it. And this is a table of people you're literally kind of just meeting. You trusting these people. And did she know at that point that some of them was hanging out with Cookie? Did she know at that point? Because if she knew at some point that some of them was hanging out with Cookie, it was real goofy of her to just divulge that information so freely. So she's like, you agitate my spirit. I said, oh, I used to tell that to my little cousin, stop agitating my spirit. My God, you deep in my nerves. Agitating that girl's spirit. I said, all right. Angel lets them know that tomorrow they're going to take a PJ to Aspen. I can't remember what she said after that. And then they're going to go to this place called Kimosabi to make hats. All the celebrities go there. And we're going to go to Kimosabi for some hats, y'all. So the girls go around the campfire to chill a little bit after dinner. Wendy asks him, oh, can we have a slumber party tomorrow? It was either Wendy or Jassy. I can't remember. But they want to have a slumber party tomorrow. They asked the three that stand over there, hey, would y'all mind packing y'all stuff up and coming over here with us tomorrow night just so we can have a jammy jam and all be together? Angel's like, yeah, so I have to check with Bobby and see if he'll watch the kids, and he's not used to, the bedtime routine. Like, he's not putting them both to bed after a whole day. And Monique is just like, girl, that's just being dad. He'll be fine. Angel said, I see both sides. One, yes, you need to do the check with your spouse, because I be damned. If my husband just walks out, getting ready to walk out the door and they told me where he going and all this stuff, yes, you need to check in with your spouse. It ain't necessarily asking for permission, but if it's going to be taking care of the child, let them know that. If it's going to be, you need to figure out your own dinner, communicating, letting people know, okay, what they are in for. My goodness. So Angel, she did the wait man. So when she goes to check with Bobby, she seems super nervous about it. And I'm like, oh, Lord. She seems super nervous. She just kind of like, you can just tell she's real anxious about it. He's like, well, do you want to go? Do you want to go over there? I mean, you can go. I mean, it would effing suck. It would effing suck if you go. But I mean, do you want to go? And she's like, no. Well, you ain't got to go then. You ain't got to go. You ain't got to go. Okay, you're going to be spending all day with them anyway. You're going to be with them all day anyway. I said, Lord, not y'all giving more ammunition to pass judgment on y'all marriage, my Lord. And on, what was it? On Watch What Happened Live or something like that. Wait, where was I? Child, it was just weird. It was just weird. She stands up. They sit at the fireplace or whatever. She stands up and like, it's been real. Y'all can get out now. I said, whoa, the sun is still out. The sun was still out. Production so messy. They flash on the screen 7:30. I'm like, what? Wendy's like, where the afties at? She's like, ain't no afties. Go to sleep. Your bed. I was floored. I was like, girl, you ain't have no activities set up. At least have some s'mores and fireworks back at the cabin that they staying in. Or nothing. They gotta go home and go to bed. Y'all can have a nightcap at y'all spot. I set it up for some people to meet y'all there with some, some adult hot chocolate and some s'mores. Y'all can have a little campfire out back and have a good time. And we finna go to bed. She said, no, go home, go to bed. I was weak. As somebody that loves hosting, as somebody who planned my wedding, I planned my wedding and loved it. Loved every second of it. I love hosting, and Angel really did a terrible job to send them folks home at 7:30 because they live an hour away, because you put them in a house an hour away. So like I said, I don't care about them not staying at her house. It wasn't practical. She has kids. Y'all ain't finna come bring y'all drunk antics and y'all yelling at y'all possible, arguing and all that stuff in here with my children. So it was insane that they even thought that for 1 minute. But them subpar amenities, whack. Okay, it's dark in a mug when I on the way home. A lot of people say, well, that's why she sent them home early, guys, and that's why she should have had them closer, guys, so that they wouldn't have to take this long stupid ass trek an hour and 30 minutes away with mountain lions rolling around and carrying on. Child, let me hurry up. My phone on 10%, child. My phone on 10%. Why ain't you trying that shut up? Ooh, they nervous. And if they was closer, she would have put her kids to bed and then go back over to the slumber party and enjoy the girls, you know, at 10 or whatever, if it was closer. But not in this situation. If they was closer, you would be able to do both. But on the after show, she was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to have women wanting me to sit in their lap the whole trip. And no, girl, it's just a girl's trip. It ain't a girl's trip if you going home at the end of the night to cuddle up with your husband. It's not a girl's trip. You just got us out here stranded in the woods. Next day, the girls are annoyed because only Stacy's restroom has running water. They trying to YouTube it, trying to figure out how to cut the water back on, but they scared of getting electrocuted. Once the chef came, they sent him on down there to fix it. Giselle was like, listen, I'm going to find us some better accommodations than this, because apparently she had to take a whole bath because the shower water didn't come out. It was just the faucet water coming out. Also, they said the AC was not working and it was like 90 degrees in the house. Bitch, Angel, you would have to see me. You would have to see me by putting me in this house, bro. They said they didn't call or nothing to check on them. I said, girl, wish you would have to see me. You would have got a good tongue lashing from me. They said Angel ain't called them to check on them. The only reason that that she know what's going on, I think Jassy. Angel, Kay, and Tia are headed to the others. They're getting breakfast. And listen, y'all, and this is the stuff. If they was closer, they could have had all their meals at Tia's house with the chef and their big old accommodations. She has this big, huge, like, you know, little buffet area where I'm like, girl, everybody could have had breakfast right here. It's giving, like, girl. Angel truly dropped the ball, y'all. It was so disappointing. Ain't no AC over there, barely any water. They over there struggling to get ready. It was crazy. She claimed that the homeowner said that they needed to reset the water system and they would be fine, but they weren't fine. Jazzy was the one that was in touch with her. She's telling, Angel is telling Kay and Tia at breakfast that she had been talking to Jassy. She had been texting her about everything. And Jassy was like, oh, girl, just around these mad women, child. And she was like, girl, what they mad about now? Oh, girl, we ain't got no water. Sad face. So you mad too, girl. Tia and Kay tell me something. Why didn't they call you? And then Kay had the nerve to say something. No sour pussies today. They're mad about not having water. No sour pussies today. Girl, you would have cussed somebody clean, smooth out if they put you in a house with no AC and no water. Talking about some no sour pussies today. Girl, you the host. And Angel, you the host. Talking about some why they didn't call me. You should have sent them a good morning text like, hey, y'all, we headed that way. How's everything going? We'll see you in a couple hours. Bad host, okay? Bad host is, I think that's it. Oh, Jassy in the car on the way there texts her at some point. No, she's telling, girl, I don't know. But anyway, Jassy had ended up telling Angel that, yeah, girl, they picking on your relationship and they think this and they said that. And girl, Monique was saying all of this stuff. I said, oh, we see some previews where I guess it's about to be brought up. I said, what a mess. What a mess, y'all. But that's the end of this episode. I'm going to have to clip all of this together in one app. And, woo, child, I be hating doing this. That's why I was trying to put it on D&D and do it all in one take. But that ain't work today, child. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about it. And bye-bye.